medical thing is there. So next door would be over there. Or we do that though. What won't that make? Ooh, the cells. Okay. Don't think I need any of this though.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days. The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me. Zeranium corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. No, we wouldn't. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right. Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her.
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want? Ah, our good Marshal sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected. Assist me, and you'll get more than bits out of the equation. You'll get a prototype shield gadget, the first of its kind. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas?
I know of it, yes.
One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm. Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies.
Okay.
Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
Uranium is, in its natural state, is less concentrated, seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects are... Okay. Oh, another note. I feel like that's stuff we already know. We'll leave that there for now. I think you can only use those within a certain period of time from each other. Managed to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device by needing something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon automechs might serve the idea as merit. I'll speak to the marshal about it in the morning. One of the automechs wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later I felt a vibration so hard the dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Greetings, potential state your business. Initiate.
What do I need from you? Talk to the art quartermaster.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
Oh, you're for... No, I want to do this quest. Okay. So I don't really need to... Well, actually, you probably... I don't know what you would do for me. Let's do it and see what she gives us.
All right, I admit. While he's under construction, come to me for any supplies you might need. You'd think that a fully stocked automechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on.
But you
Trouble
don't.
is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory. As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
I'd gather that their automech programming is just as rigid as the rest of their society. Meaning, this automech didn't misplace anything.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
Okay.
Doubtful. Zeranium affects their aggression in targeting subroutines. Basic instructions would still be functional. The quartermech is my responsibility. Claim whatever parts you require from the missing supplies, and we'll call the matter settled. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay,
Yeah, we know.
helping
We
with the
know.
Zeranium leak and all. Best.
We did find that note saying a automech walked in, laid some stuff down. Oh, I don't know if they placed them down or not.
Not sure.
It says they
We should
gave
get
up.
any closer.
my little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks? Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
Okay, so that note mentioned she heard a loud noise. Close by, I would imagine. Yep, it put the stuff on the roof. Okay, why? It's a good question, but it's on the roof. It's kind of hoping they'd have that part we were looking for here also. That's okay.
If you need something, kindly make it quick. She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't. That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume we're already beaten. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ? One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Be seeing you, stranger.
What's over here? Don't mind if I do. Alright, nice.
A right shifty looking individual, if you ask me.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. Don't thank me. Just doing my part for the sake of the paradigm, same as anyone.
Okay. Okay, and it lasts quite a bit too. Okay. Gonna help us a lot.
Yeah.
Assuming it's good against bullets.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Yeah, I think our survival rate's finally went up. I say as I do something to get myself killed.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Oh, it charges slow in combat. Okay. Still. Damn.
On your command.
That one. That one. That one. Okay.
No. No target. Target's too far. Reckon they're out of range. Craft back in business.
We're still in the gas. Okay. Oh, we're probably gonna die again. I didn't realize we're still in the gas. Damn it. Okay. I know what to do. The robot can wait. Also, let's put that on.
And I'll take care of them, Commander.
Okay. I don't think we're done just yet. I'm trying to get over there. Use override to deny structural ruptures. Okay. Probably could have came in that way. That would have been a pain in the ass, I'm sure. I forgot to the person. Going this way makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I didn't.
Give the woman in. I'll take care of him, Commander.
Recharging it fast. Ready, Franklin. It's off.
Thanks for the help, team. Visions dispenser. Ooh. Too bad I has no monies. Shock grenade recipe. And they really like, making me want to buy stuff. Or maybe I'm just bad about buying stuff, which is very possible. Here we go. Okay. So this might have been out the gas. Or not. Let's talk with the marshal. Maybe that'll give us some clarity on what to do.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Whether or not you're able to help us, I'm grateful to have an extra set of eyes on the problem. Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate. I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse.
possum stuff. Will that cleanse our system a bit? Yes. Now we do have the problem of this guy.
Armed and ready. Target too far.
Oh, I could have just done that. Damn. Oh well. Now we know. But yes, granted, it did take me a little bit to realize I was being poisoned.
I hope you brought me good news, outsider. At last, the tide is shifting. Today, we fix our automechanicals. Tomorrow, we push the unprincipled interlopers of Auntie's choice into the sea. You've done us a great service, stranger, and I would see your efforts rewarded. Alas, we don't have much to offer since our supplies are so low. I hope these bits will suffice. We confiscated them from the corpses of the scouts who attempted to infiltrate this facility a few weeks back. It carries the invaders' taint, but it should spend just the same. Perhaps you're right. Accept this with my gratitude. Now I can show our chief mechanist that he was wrong, and a little Zeranium poisoning won't do those automechs any harm.
Alright. Now that that's over with.
Too much spacers ale. Try Auntie's Choice Pepper Pills. Good for an
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
Exciting your molecules and curing such ailments as dropsy, sciatica, night sweats, and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time. Not responsible for temporary or permanent damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial microwave is right for you. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it. Our recreant reclamation and...
Hey, you don't want to fight me, tiny dog. Damn, this we can't get into. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. So the other thing we needed this key for was this house over here. Don't remember which it was. This is the other one.
It's like sour milk.
Or there's three, actually. It has to be this one. No? Other side, perhaps? What am I thinking? Oh, you know what? I think it's the other guy. Yeah, it's the other guy I need the key from. Good save. Okay. Unless it's in here. Doesn't hurt to be sure. That's sealed, and that over there is sealed, so okay.
That vacuous cacophony sets me... Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Thought you'd agreed to help us, not those corporate heathens. Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece.
This is DB Milva Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects with...
My people are prepared to die. As subjects of the Protectorate, we are born to give our lives to the Sovereign, whether he asks for them or not.
It's true. No computronic doodads, no permanent...
Perhaps you are correct. Ironically, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission to leave, but if they want it, they shall have it. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's Choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield, but I will be staying.
I hereby extend my personal invitation...
Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Ready to think for yourself, choose for yourself, buy for yourself. With Auntie's Choice, your lives will be transformed.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
Remember, Auntie knows best.
Salutations, Arcadia.
Oh, come now. I am a vigilant of the Protectorate. I've endured untold hardships, countless battles. What's a little avatar? Oh, it never stops. The tumult of duplicitous lies. You're right. I can't withstand this inane onslaught much longer alone. At least in Fairfield, I'll have company in adversity. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain.
We say that's a fancy way of stating...
All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
The
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe they ain't so off.
Why does even the slightest scintilla of success so elude me? Is it
I wonder
my
if there's any more
destiny to fail?
bounties.
I do not seem to compare
No? Okay.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? I did indeed. Do forgive my preoccupations. The refugees are already long-suffering. What's a few extra moments of agony? Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell!
All right. So interesting. Oh, we got that. Yeah. Critical damage. Nice. Okay. Makes me look kind of dumb, but we're gonna wear it anyway. What happened here?
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purposeless existence. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? Judging by the waves of consternation wafting off of you, your other options must have failed.
No?
Yes, I know of a means in. But you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions.
Extra-legal?
As I tell you, a brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. That will have to do, I suppose. Here is the writ. Farewell now.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition.
Okay. So I want to go. Let's go here. I feel like that'd be an easier path to get to where I'm trying to go. Alright, let's see what all this here does. I like how the animation is different. So what'd that do for us? Open this. Okay. That's startling. And so when opening this, we can charge the fuse. And in charging the fuse, we can get in here. Okay. That could be really good, actually. Well, let's see what it says. Reducing target's armor. So that's going to be good against armored enemies. So, robots still. Does it change the damage? 22. 22. No, it doesn't. Okay. I'll be using that then. It just needs a sight. That's all it needs. Okay, cool, cool. So this was worth the trip. Maybe now we'll be able to walk freely through here.
I've been mulling on the information about Ida. Such blessed tidings indeed. But I will not be sated until my cousin is at my mercy. Good. I can't wait.
Okay. Let's go over here. Did I not pick? No, I had to have picked it. I'm confused. Wait a minute. Let's go do this real quick. Because this should be a quick little quest, I'd assume. We have a flashlight. That could have been nice. Maybe we don't. Did it lie to me?
Welcome back to my chapel of fear and futility. What? How did you... Yes, I did know her. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded. It is of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
So. We can brave the gas down here now. Assuming I go the right way, which, yeah, this is the right way. I think all this stuff respawned. Oh my god, loot respawns. Why I didn't come down here, I don't remember. But I'm gonna assume it respawned because it makes me happy. Let's save before we attempt this. Shit. We can kind of kind of. Ooh, I might shut it off. Did. Awesome. Okay. Let's get down here. That magazine. And go turn that quest in, hopefully.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Reckless leadership. Your leadership tends to be divided from your companions, often find themselves currently you're not only able to revive your companions in combat. But whenever one goes down, your other companion will get a boost. They are fully healed immediately, fill their companion meter. No, I don't want that actually.
Raptidons. They gnawed right through the wall here. They can't be far.
Through the wall where? Wall of what? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I've seen you mean the facility down there, but figured you wouldn't say anything until we were closer, so I have no clue where you're talking about. Okay. He will, imagine that as space grass. Yeah, space grass. I'll explore this in a moment. It says. So that's a good sign.
Combat! Hey! Got a distraction for you! Not walking this off! Stand me back up!
That's a big one. Damn. So according to the map I have, which I'm gonna open back up, the thing we're looking for should be here. Ah, yeah, there it is. Nice, nice.
You've returned. I take it matters are progressing well? Oh, allow me. They all look to be no less worse for wear. Splendid. Much obliged. For completing the set, I present to you the rarest rarities available to me. I must say, this exchange of goods and services has been quite satisfying. How novel. Take good care, outsider.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Yeah, we'll reload that save and try that again, but, okay. Whoops.